Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we got more information about the Anna Kepner story that's been going around. If you guys aren't familiar with her, she's the 18-year-old cheerleader, high school senior from Brevard County, Florida, who went on a Carnival cruise ship with her family and was killed in her cabin. And more information has come out. Yesterday they had a custody hearing in reference to the children from the Anna Kepner's stepmother, and then I guess her former husband. And a little bit was revealed about what type of person I think the mother is. And more information has come out. The 16-year-old boy that's supposed to be the main suspect, which the FBI is investigating, 16 years old, he wasn't at the hearing. He's living with family right now. So he's not in custody. He's living with family. They sent him away because this situation, which was strange right here. But a lot has come out. Yesterday I did a video where I presented this right here that was on X. And somebody deleted it, supposedly from an uncle or the father's brother or somebody that was talking a little bit about what happened to her. And they said the details wouldn't come out until she was laid to rest on the 20th, which was yesterday. No sooner as that happened, late last night, the stuff I put up here that I read to you guys yesterday came out to be true, almost to the exact letter. So somebody put it out there before. They're keeping this thing hush. They're not going to show this kid nothing like this, but let me show you and get you caught up on the latest. This right here is absolutely crazy, and I'm more than sure a lot more is to come that we don't know about that will make this case as shocking as ever. Take a look.
I'm Angie Casada, your community correspondent in studio, and the community is still rallying around this family. But what's new today is what we learned inside that custody hearing. The 16-year-old stepbrother, whose parents say he's a suspect in Anna Kepner's death, was hospitalized after the cruise and is now living with a relative. Much of this information is only coming out because of that court dispute. Now, the online hearing involved Anna's stepmother and her ex-husband fighting over custody of two children, including the 16-year-old boy. In court, both parents said their son had been identified as a suspect, even though the FBI has not confirmed anyone by name. The father claimed the teens were unsupervised and may have been allowed to drink alcohol in international waters. But the mother's attorney pushed back, saying ship video and DCF showed no sign of alcohol use or neglect.
There are videotapes on the ship that confirm that there was absolutely no drinking, and that and DCF investigated and saw that there was no alcohol in mom's house whatsoever. So I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Now, the FBI is reviewing those ship videos and interviewing passengers who may have seen the teens in the hours before Anna was found dead. And we're working to confirm why the 16-year-old was hospitalized and when the next custody hearing will be set. In studio, Angie Casada, News 6.
Never knowing that Anna's body was stuffed under her own bed just feet away from him. She was covered in blankets and life jackets. A cleaning worker made the awful discovery the following morning. Joining me now with much more on all of this is Josh Boswell. He's a senior reporter for the DailyMail.com. Josh, I keep wondering, it's such a mystery as to how this young girl died and what the condition of her body was when it was discovered by the cleaning crew. Do we have any information at all on how she died, cause of death, or the manner in which she was discovered?
No, that is one part of this that remains a real mystery. And, it's worth pointing out that the FBI has not declared that this is a murder, and they haven't said that she was killed. Her body was found. She was found dead. We don't know what exactly she died of, and the coroner has not released any details about the cause of death yet.
Then just, speaking of this surveillance video and the patterns of who walked into that room and when, and who walked out of that room, do we know if Anna died in that room?
So that's what we can surmise, because what we've learned, and my colleague Ben Ashford on my team at Daily Mail has done some fantastic reporting on this. He got from sources close to the family and a source who has been briefed on the investigation that there is CCTV footage that it shows Anna going back into that room and never coming out again. And then her body was discovered. So we can deduce from that that she died in that room. We've got the biological brother and then the stepbrother coming into the room. But there is also another very disturbing allegation. I want to stress it's just an allegation at this point. But again, from that ex-boyfriend, he was speaking after the memorial service that was held this evening in Titusville, Florida, her hometown. And he was saying that he had spoken to the younger brother, the biological brother, after all this had happened. And what that 14-year-old had told him was that he had heard shouting, screaming, what sounded like furniture being thrown around. He tried to get back into the room, and the stepbrother blocked his way and told him to leave. So that's an extra development here that kind of adds a nuance to this, that there was perhaps some conflict going on there. But again, this has not been verified, and this is just the ex-boyfriend saying what he was told, allegedly, by the younger biological brother.
So if we're to believe what the ex-boyfriend says he was told by this younger biological brother, this confrontation, the yelling, the screaming, and the blocking of not being able to get back into his room, this happened right prior to the death, or days before? Or what was the timeline of that confrontation?
The timeline for this, according to that ex-boyfriend, Josh Q, that was the night that she went into the cabin and never emerged. What we have from the coroner in Miami is the date of death being declared at 11 a.m. the next morning. But that doesn't seem to be when she actually died. It seems like she may have died at some point during that night of November 6th. She certainly didn't show up for breakfast the next morning, November 7th. That's when the family was alerted to her being missing, something being wrong. But also this younger biological brother, 14-year-old, was saying that he never saw her. When he came back to the room, he didn't see her. He went to bed and got up, and she still wasn't there. So we don't know exactly when she died. We don't know exactly when her body ended up underneath her own bed, wrapped in this blanket. But we know that it's in the time frame of between when she left in the evening for dinner. She left dinner early from the rest of the family on November 6th, and at some point later that evening when the younger brother, if we are to go on his reported testimony to what he's telling other family members, what he's allegedly told the ex-boyfriend, it was sometime later that evening. That's what I think we're piecing together right now.
And important to note that this is the FBI handling this, not the Miami police, because it was out on, the open seas and international waters, and that's why it may be more difficult to get this information. I'll just ask you this last question. I'm pretty sure you don't have the answer, as most of us don't. Do we know if toxicology is being performed on Anna's body, and if there's going to be any results announced anytime soon?
We don't have any information confirming that, but I think one can assume that the investigators on this case are going to try every method they can to find out what happened to her. It may be that there's something more obvious, something physical on the body that would help determine the cause of death, but we don't know that right now. And if I'm an investigator on this case, I would want to pursue every avenue.
Yeah, unless there's something so incredibly obvious about the condition that her body was found in. Gosh, Josh Boswell, thank you so much for this. I hope you'll come back as we continue to try to figure this mystery out. So appreciate it.
You have it. Supposedly, they was in there fighting. And the 16-year-old and 18-year-old Anna Kepner was in there going at it from an argument that turned physical, supposedly, according to what they say. And honestly, it aligns with the post that I put up there where they said she was beaten and stuffed under the, wrapped in a sheet and stuffed under the bed. If you think about that, the 14-year-old boy supposedly told Anna's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend what happened, and he went and told the media. You know what I'm saying? The 14-year-old boy couldn't get in the room because the 16-year-old boy kept him out the room. So he left. You know what I mean? My thing is this: why you ain't go to your mom? How far was their cabin away from that of the parents? Now I understand, you know, you go on a cruise with kids, you're 16, 18 respectively. That's a certain level of responsibility that you can entrust to them, especially with the way you raise them a lot of times. But you know, this is a blended family. Don't know how the people were with each other. But I mean, you don't expect this type of stuff. I'm not going to have my kids in a room that's not close by my room. Because, you know, parents, when they go on a cruise and stuff, they went alone time and stuff too on a vacation. But I mean, how close in proximity was their room to the parents' room? And then my thing is this: how come the 14-year-old didn't go and tell the parents? It's a lot with this, y'all. And man, I mean, we hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it, because it seems like every day more and more information has come out. I want to see what this kid looks like. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see really what happened to her. They have announced the cause of death, which we already know she was murdered, most likely, or something. But it's all pointing to the stepson. FBI is on it. They'll get to the bottom of it. And within by Monday, we should have a lot more than we have now. Because, I mean, they're keeping it mum's the word. And this information is slowly leaking out from sources connected to the family. So hopefully we'll find out what really happened to Anna Kepner. Kepner. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care.